Hello everybody, Joyce here with the Traveling Gamblers, and I am here with John. Hi John.
Hello, Joyce.
And we are walking from the Bellagio Casino to the Mirage. It's very hot out today. It's about 110 degrees right now, so we are going to show you the best way to get from the Bellagio to the Mirage when it's hot out, utilizing as much indoor space as possible. So here we go. Okay, so we're started out in the Bellagio and we are walking through the casino, and soon we will be approaching the Bellagio shops. And the Bellagio shops are a lot of high-end stores at the Bellagio. And it's usually beautifully decorated. They change the decoration, it seems like, with the seasons of the year. Bellagio has some of the most beautiful flower arrangements of any of the hotels and casinos in Las Vegas that I have been in my opinion. So we are, hopefully we'll see some of them along our way. So we are entering the Via Bellagio shops. So you see where we are. So we're leaving the casino behind us, and we're actually exiting the Bellagio. So up here on the right, we're coming up to Prime, which is a steakhouse at the Bellagio. And John and I ate dinner here a few nights ago with our friends. And you go down the escalator, it's closed right now, and that takes you to Prime. And they have balcony seating for dinner, outdoor dining, that is a view of the Bellagio fountains. So you can watch the fountains go off while you're having dinner. I believe that goes off every half hour. And it's really something to experience. If you've never seen the Bellagio fountains, or you haven't experienced Prime, I would highly recommend either getting a window seat or sitting out on the balcony. Sit out on the balcony, there is a $25 per person charge to sit out there because it is considered premium seating. So you have to decide whether it's worth it to you. But in my opinion, it's a one and done, and I would definitely do it one time. The Bellagio fountains, I believe the water shoots 12 stories high. We watched a kind of like a history Discovery Channel type thing. It was like a documentary, I guess is the word I'm looking for, on the Bellagio fountains. It was really impressive, the way it's designed. You don't think about all the things that go into, at least I don't, all the things that go into something like that. So, I don't know if you're seeing the stores that we're walking past. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada. Some pretty high-end things. I guess if you win a lot of money while you're here, rather than losing it back, you can come buy yourself something really nice. Okay, so we come to the end of the shops and we're gonna turn left, and that takes us outdoors to Caesars. Or if we went across the street here, you could take the footbridge. You could go across the street. It takes you across Las Vegas Boulevard to Bally's and the other side of the strip. So I need to take my sweater off because we are about to go outside, and it's, oops, sorry about that, it's very hot. Whoo, feel that heat. But you'll see, we're not out here for very long. Sorry, John dropped something. Okay, so we're outside. It's the footbridge that goes over one of the side streets. That's Las Vegas Boulevard in front of us. So we're gonna cross this footbridge and we're gonna go down the stairs and we're gonna walk through kind of a courtyard area at Caesars. And we're gonna duck into Caesars and walk through and stay in the air conditioning. So we should be outside for 3 to 5 minutes at the absolute most. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I agree.
So you can see
Rod Stewart's
we've crossed over to Caesars property. John just said Rod Stewart
Yeah, that was a good concert.
is appearing at Caesars. Go down the steps here. We saw Rod Stewart, I think it was our first time ever coming to Las Vegas. And it was about 8 years ago, I guess. So the first time we ever came to Las Vegas was for my 50th birthday. And I will be 58 in November. So it was about 8 years ago. And he still had it then, Rod Stewart, that is. It was a very good show. So this is the outside of Absinthe, which is a show that is at Caesars. And this is Hell's Kitchen, the Gordon Ramsay restaurant. We've never eaten there. Well, we have friends that did. And they said it was very good, but they also said it was very expensive. So, can't really comment on it personally because we didn't eat there. But that's the only information I've ever heard about it. So, it's a good thing we're not out here for very long because it is very hot. I would guess it's probably, I don't even know. I think it was 111 when we went over to the Bellagio. We took a limo over there, but we're walking back because the exercise is good. And we want to show you the route we take. John's looking up the weather to let you know what the temperature is outside. 108. Supposed to go to 112 today. So it's right around noon. So we're nearing the peak time. So now we're going inside. So it wasn't too bad. I can feel the cool air coming from Caesars already. And now we're gonna go into Caesars. And this is their main hotel entrance.
They just redid it.
They just redid it. Look how pretty that fountain is. Really nice ceiling. It's beautiful in here. Caesars to me is very old school, classic, traditional Vegas. A lot of gold, a lot of red. But it looks like new carpeting. I know they made some changes. Okay, so when you walk in, you come we go into the nearest door outside to get out of the heat as fast as possible. We come into the main hotel lobby, like I said. We stay to the right. And we go past gaming tables. This is the shortest path that we found. if you just stay to the right, going through the casino floor. See if we can find some interesting things to look at. So you stay to the right until you get to, it says Seersucker. You can see the sports book ahead. That's the sports book in there. And you can tell that it's the right way to go because if you stay to the right here, it's an exit to go back outside. And you don't want to do that because we're trying to get to the other end of the strip at the Mirage. So here you're going to go left and you're going to go through the sports book. And I think I'm going to switch and go to speed it up to do time lapse to walk through here. Okay, I wanted to come back to regular recording and show you that Adele is going to be here. She's Weekends with Adele. This is the Coliseum. It's where they have their concerts. We saw Celine Dion here several times during her residency. And we saw Rod Stewart here once. I don't think we saw anybody else here, did we, John? We typically don't go to shows or restaurants that are off MGM property or now off Cosmo property because that's where we get comped. And we try to reserve our money for the casino. And it's a win-win. We play, there's a chance that we could win something, and in the meantime we get everything comped. So this is about, I want to say 2 years old. This is, if any of you watch Vanderpump Rules or the Beverly Hills Housewives from a few seasons ago, this is Lisa Vanderpump's, I think it's a restaurant, place to come and have a cocktail. It's currently closed. Really pretty. So she's actually here sometimes. We saw her when they first opened. John and I were doing our daily exercise walk, and I caught a glimpse of her, took a photograph. Okay, so we're back out of the casino, and we are back where there's more shops. There's the famous Palm restaurant. We've never eaten there, but I've heard nothing but, actually I did eat at the Palm. I believe there's a Palm in Philadelphia, and I ate there one time. And if I'm remembering correctly, it was very good. So we're back to some very high-end shops. It's very beautiful in here. What is that, John? Oh, this is called the Forum Shops. And look at the ceiling in here. It looks like the sky. And the streets look like cobblestones. So it gives you the feel of being like maybe outdoors in Italy. It's very pretty in here. Look at the sky. It's so pretty. There's Louis Vuitton over there. And Giorgio Armani. And look at this Fountain of the Gods. This is in the center of the Forum shops. So you can go right to go that way, or you can go left to go that way. And if you go left, that's where the Atlantis show is. And it's a little show that they do. It's free. It's like their attraction. Like the Bellagio has the fountains, and the Mirage has the volcano. Paris has the Eiffel Tower, which, by the way, it lights up at night, the Eiffel Tower, and it is twinkling lights that race up and down the Eiffel Tower on a schedule every night. I think it's every 30 minutes. There's plenty of free attractions to see when you come to Vegas. Everything is so expensive in where you stay, where you eat, if you're staying on the Strip, on one of the major hotels and casinos. So it's nice that they have an occasional free thing to do. And I mean, let's face it, you can only gamble and drink so much while you're here. You need to find you need to find some other things to do. We don't drink, so we limit our eating to twice a day. So I'm going to speed this up. Okay, so we followed the walkway all the way around. And when you get to the reflecting pool, there's nowhere else to go. You just walk all the way around it. And then that leads you to the escalators. You take the escalators downstairs, and that will take you to Las Vegas Boulevard, where you're not very far from the Mirage. There's the up escalator over there, and then there's one more. So there's 3 floors of stores here and restaurants. There's Joe's Stone Crab is in here, in this part. I think it's actually, yep, right there. So as you come off the escalator, Joe's is right there. Stone crab, they're famous for their stone crab. And let's go this way. And other seafood and steak. Again, I've never eaten there. John and I have never eaten there because we don't like to spend our own money so that we can have money for gambling. So if we spend the money on gambling, then the casinos comp us, so we get something in exchange for it. So we get our meals free, our rooms free, transportation, shows. John and I are going to do a video. We're going to sit down and we're going to do a series of how we gamble, what we play, what comps we get, and how we get them. And that's not just for Las Vegas. It's for cruises and airfare, right, so we just walked out of Caesars, the Forum Shops. So from outside, it's the entrance. Across the street is Harrah's. Donny Osmond has a residency there. So we're back outside, but we're only out here for 2 to 3 minutes tops. So we've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes maybe on the front end going from the Bellagio back to Caesars. And then we walk all the way through Caesars and it brings us to right outside the Mirage. And there's the Mirage. Soon to be no more. So it's my understanding, it's just hearsay, but it's my understanding that around November of this year, 2022, the Hard Rock is officially going to take ownership and operations of the Mirage, and that the name will include the Mirage in some way. So the Mirage at the Hard Rock, I think, is probably what it's going to be. Music's a little loud here. There's a little walkway. This is the other side of the fountains. And it's just this little walkway right up into the Mirage. So we're outside, like I said, 2 to 3 minutes maybe. So it's about a mile from Sadelle's to the Mirage. And we walked outside for maybe 10 minutes tops. And it was in 2 sessions. So we got to cool off in between. Now this is the new rum bar at the Mirage. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep it, but they literally just redid it. The rum bar, tropical ultra lounge. I think there's an entrance outside and an entrance in here. And then here on the right is Diablo's Cantina. We're back in the Mirage now, so we're done walking outside. So that wasn't too bad, it really wasn't. And that's one of the restaurants here, Mexican. It's pretty good. And there's the other entrance, inside entrance to the rum bar. And then this is Wanderlust. You can get yourself some cocktails to go. And there's Starbucks, the on-property Starbucks at the Mirage. You can, when you get your Starbucks, you can charge it to your room. So that's nice, as we charge ours to the room, and then we get it comped off. So anything you charge to your room, you can get it comped off. So the rule is just charge everything to your room. This is snacks. This is where we ate dinner last night. We had a cheeseburger and a Philly steak and some French fries. It's a breakfast and lunch place, but they're also open, I think they're open till midnight. But they have breakfast, lunch / dinner, but it's very casual, sandwiches and such. Very casual food, but good. I've never had anything bad. The chicken tenders are really good. It's a very large portion. It's 4, very, very large. It's 4 chicken tenders, crispy, and a huge portion of French fries for like $15. And it is 100% shareable for 2 adults for lunch. Comes with honey mustard and ranch. Really good and a great value, especially for some place that's on property where you don't have to go outside. I mean, you could go across the street to a fast food restaurant But it's still, the prices are going to be high in Vegas. So I think $15 for 2 people for lunch is very reasonable, especially on property at the Mirage. All right, so we're going to pop into the VIP lounge to set up the car to take us to the airport tonight because we are going home. We've been here for 8 days, and it's a good thing we don't drink because 8 days is a lot.